All right, I'm here with my 2018 game room tour to wrap up this week of daily uploads, as well as probably wrap up the year. I don't think I'll have another video up until 2019, so I figured I'd throw this up now. I didn't get to do a game room tour of 2017 at the game room just because we were before moving trying to remodel the room, so it was a little bit torn apart. All my games were in boxes, so I just couldn't and didn't end up working. I couldn't do it. But moved now in the game room. Been in here for a few months. It's still definitely not like I'd want it, how I want it, because I probably have half of my collection still in boxes, unable to be displayed at the moment. But it's starting to come together more. I've mentioned it before. I've shown the room a few times, not in a official game room tour way, but I've shown the room a few times. This room here, filled with junk right now, is going to be remodeled and be like a living area type thing. I'm going to have my regular TV, and then this room's going to be all my shelves and my older, retro stuff hooked up. But right now, other things to worry about. I'd love to see that done before the next, game room tour. Hopefully that's the case, but you never know. It's been a bit hectic. So this is a game room tour as it is right now, this smaller room. So go kind of around here. First of all, whoever put these floors in was whoever did this whole project was stupid. They didn't frame this door out right. The people who lived here before were pretty pathetic. But there's this. I've tried scraping this up forever. Some kind of adhesive on the floor. This floor is going to be remodeled hopefully very soon, but put new floor in, because this floor is but for the time being it's gonna just have to be like that. But I'd like to get some stuff on the walls too, some posters, but not quite. But here I kind of just put my controllers here that I use, and TV remote as well, and then my Dreamcast collection here. I've over 200 games now on Dreamcast. Hoping for the full sets soon, but I got the big boys still to handle. I don't really have any of the big heavy hitters at the moment. Those down there are my Japanese games that I picked up on my trip to Japan. Got here PS1 collection. I really like collecting for the PS1. It's a really cool system. It has a lot of good stuff on it. But there it is. I have some greatest hits games that I have in a little PS1 drawer somewhere within my storage. I don't know where, but it's not very many. I think Ape Escape is probably the best one. I just put that there. I'd like to find something better to put there, but right now I don't have anything. So Mega Man can go there for now. And then here's some bigger box stuff. That's Japanese stuff, once again, from my trip. Some cool stuff in here. We got here Japanese Spyro, which is definitely not, the best way to play the game, but it's still cool to have. What is this? Japanese Crash with that weird artwork. And Tearing Saga, which is Fire Emblem guy went to go make a new RPG, a new strategy game. It's basically a Fire Emblem game. And Persona 2 Innocent Sin, which we did not get on PS1. And some bigger box stuff. Lunar and Lunar 2, all complete in their special edition. And long box games, some of them PS1, some of them, my very pathetic Sega CD and Sega Saturn, selection here. The best game I got is Shining Force CD, which I picked up for like $50 at a store. Didn't know what they had, so that's pretty cool. Up here we got my NES coasters, which you'll probably see those scattered about. They're pretty cool. I don't know if you can still find them. They're like $12 or something. And they're just little coasters that look like NES carts. It's pretty neat. But here's my NES collection. I don't have really any huge heavy hitters. I got some uncommon stuff. Indiana Jones Ubisoft comes to mind. Jimmy Connor's Tennis. I'm missing. I have all the Mega Mans except for 4. I have Mega Man 1 in the box. I'm missing the manual though, but got the Mega Mans. If you don't see the cart and it's something like Zelda there, I have it in the box. And the boxes are still in storage. And then here's all my off-brand Tengen, Color Dreams, Camerica, those guys. All right, we got over here. This was a pin set from Club Nintendo. I don't know, probably 2010, I think. This is my Switch case. Came with the Zelda Collector's Edition, but I'm not crazy about it, how it looks, but it's a pretty good case. And it, I already have it, so I'm not going to probably buy a new one. I got my amiibo here. Not really any particular order. I mean, these are all Mario ones. This is just other ones. Some Zelda and Kid Icarus. Those are kind of like the third-party guys over there. All the Fire Emblems, Animal Crossing. And, I was a little bit more, into amiibo collecting. They started, with the Smash line. They started adding other lines, and I don't have all of them anymore. I have all the Smash line ones, but that's about it. And, yeah, they got too many. I just kind of lost track. But I do like getting the Smash ones still. Over here, just a little space heater. And my stereo, which I actually found this at a garage sale for only $5, and it works pretty well. 4K and everything. Pretty good stereo. Subwoofer. I got my TV here. It is a 55-inch LG 4K. I bought it 2016, so 2 years ago. I got a pretty decent deal at the time. I paid $600 for it. Pretty decent deal at the time. But I mean, now 4K TVs are kind of overnight this year, kind of got a lot cheaper. So I'd recommend, if you're going to get for a 4K though, I mean, definitely, a TV in general, I'd say, go with Sony, LG, or Samsung. Maybe Vizio. Vizio makes an alright TV. I wouldn't go with any other brand, more than likely. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good TV. I mean, 2 years, use it a lot. No problems with it in any way. My parents got one earlier this year. That's pretty much the newer model of this, and it's been working out fine for them as well, as far as I know. I got some speakers. These are old speakers. These are probably 15 years old. I'd like to get a sound bar eventually, but right now I'm just gonna be good with that, I guess. Here's my consoles I currently have set up on my thing. It's a big mess of wires because it's temporary. We're hoping to remodel everything, so this is pretty temporary at the moment. But yeah, I mean, just my systems. I got the Xbox One S there, which I like a lot better than the original Xbox One. I had the original Xbox One and traded it in, and now I have the S. It's basically, I have not played a game on the S, actually. It's basically, for me, just a 4K Blu-ray player, but this Wii U gamepad down there. The Switch, the Wii U kind of sad down here with my, switcher there. PS3, which I still play every once in a while. A lot for PS1 games, too. All my cables, maybe a fire hazard there, I don't know. All my cables there, plugged in. My PS4, which is my most played system at the moment. And then my little mini consoles there, I like to boot those up. This is my, retro setup. It's kind of lame at the moment. Because, the room is pretty temporary, and most of my collection is in boxes, so I can't really play a lot of it at will. But here's kind of the stuff I play the most hooked up. This TV's pretty old. This is the TV my parents had in like the 90s, so early 90s, mid 90s. So, and it's still been working fine. It's pretty good retro TV. I don't know. I mean, you got to have an old full screen TV. It's heavy as heck, but yeah, I mean, it's been working out pretty nicely for me. I got my consoles down here hooked up right now. This is just what's hooked up. It kind of rotates. I got my Super NES, the smaller one, just because it's easier to have in there. I got my Super Famicom. I got from my trip in Japan. Was playing around with that a couple weeks ago. My N64, which is probably the retro console I play the most, that and the Dreamcast down there. So I got those hooked up. And this is a Japanese PS1. I was playing around with some of the Japanese PS1 games I got. Got that thing for pretty cheap. I got it for like $15 when I was in Japan. So this is, moving that chair out of the way, sorry. This is the door into all my storage crap. Well, I guess we'll go in there real quick. I just got so much stuff in storage. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty much a nightmare. So it's a little pretty disorganized, but yeah, this is currently what I'm looking at with when I say my games are in storage. I got this cool Star Fox thing there, our wing model. I got it from a former employee of Nintendo America, actually. So that's pretty cool. Now we'll get to my shelves. Up top, I guess, kind of have a little bit of a display of things I like. Up here, Yakuza 6 Collector's Edition up there, Mario stuff, Pac-Man glasses I've just found out and about. There's my little Zelda display here. The systems are actually in the boxes for the Ocarina of Time 2DS as well as the Hylian Shield 2DS XL. Those are both brand new, sealed. Don't intend on opening them. The Majora's Mask 3DS XL, new 3DS XL is what I use. Yeah, I mean, Skyward Sword bundle, Twilight Princess bundle. This is cool. I got this on my trip in Japan as well. Zelda Majora's Mask Special Edition that came with a complete in-box copy of the game as well as a complete in-box Japanese expansion pack. So that's pretty cool. It was only like $25 too. It's crazy how cheap stuff there is. And then this was only like, I think, $5 or $6. A little Bomberman Game Boy game, but it comes in like an old style Band-Aid tin. I had to pick that up when I saw that. It's awesome. But yeah, I got my classic consoles. Persona 5, one of my favorite games, the special edition box there. And this is my Japanese boxed orange GameCube that I got for my trip as well. Yeah, now going on my collection. Got 3DS stuff. We'll do a better shot of my shelves first. There's my shelves. I got a good chunk of my set, my library, but my Box 64 games, which is probably one of my favorite things to collect, is notably absent. They take a lot of room, so I gotta find a new shelf. I gotta buy new shelves. These shelves are almost full, and I got these shelves. They're super cheap, but they work out fine. They're uniform. I got these shelves at a hardware store for the longest time, and now they don't sell them. So I'm going to have to find new shelves to buy. So if anyone has good media or whatever game shelves you buy, put the link in my comments. Tell me what to get, because looking for recommendations for good game holding shelves. But yeah, we'll go into my collection now. My 3DS stuff here. I'm a big 3DS fan. Check out my collection I just put up yesterday. Big fan of the 3DS. My little Vita collection. I really like the Vita too. Has a much smaller library, but a really solid library. But I mean, it doesn't compare to 3DS. My little Switch collection, always growing. I've done a Switch collection for 2018 as well, so check that out. And this is a little Smash Brothers coin that I got from pre-ordering Smash at Walmart. Or not Walmart, Best Buy. I don't know why I said Walmart. PS4 games. Did a PS4 2018 collection, so check that out. I've done collection videos, I think, for every single collection on this shelf in either 2017 or 2018. So if you want to see a better, look at that, check those out. And my little Xbox collection over here. I guess not that little. I don't really actively search for Xbox games, but I'll keep some cool ones that I have or I find at garage sales or whatever. Got here Wii U. I like the Wii U. The hardware is not great, but it has a pretty good lineup of games. This is pretty cool. I got this on my trip as well. This is Yakuza 1 and 2 HD for Wii U, as they call it. But it is Yakuza 1 and 2 HD remakes for the Wii U. I'm surprised I found this, because I guess it's probably pretty hard to come by because it's sold so poorly. But I'm a big Yakuza fan, so having it on a Nintendo system, the only time it ever came to Nintendo, is pretty cool. My microscopic Xbox One collection. I'm just more of a PS4 guy. I'm more, my tastes skew more Japanese towards games, and that's, PS4 is really a great library for that. PS3, that was my primary system last gen. I have 360 stuff too, but that's all in storage because I don't really touch that stuff very often. And we'll go. I've got a pretty sizable Wii collection. Wii is really fun to collect for, and it's pretty cheap, so I jump on there. There's some cool stuff for the Wii, so I definitely recommend it. But yeah, I haven't done a Wii collection for a while, but it's pretty up to date. I haven't been buying too much new stuff for it, so. And then it goes into my GameCube collection, which just did a collection video for this week as well. And big fan of the GameCube, my favorite system. So here it is, kind of pan over that, as well as some bigger box stuff. And my Japanese GameCube collection behind this little Luigi statue, which was, I think, the 2013 Club Nintendo. And then my Super Famicom collection there. I got all of those from my trip to Japan. Getting down on the floor here. PS2 collection. Most of these are pawn shop or garage sale finds. I don't really buy PS2 stuff. I'm a big fan of the PS2 library, but I don't typically tend to buy PS2 stuff when I go out to stores or anything. I don't usually buy retro stuff in general when I go out to stores, honestly. That Arc the Lad is a special edition from Japan as well. You can get some really cool special edition stuff for like dirt cheap, and it's always, all that stuff in Japan is really good shape. Getting down low, DS. I love the DS. Great lineup of games. I'd like to do more collecting, but I don't find a lot of the good DS games out and about. But I found a good amount, and DS is awesome. And then boxed Game Boy stuff. Barely see it back here. Boxed Game Boy stuff here. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's kind of back in the corner down there. And then finally, I've got my box Super Nintendo games. Got a lot of, dumb stuff I've found over the years, but I got some good stuff in here. Final Fantasy 2, 3, and Mystic Quest. Highlights, Zelda, Mega Man X. Star Fox was a recent garage sale find. Super Castlevania 4, Super Mario RPG. I got some stuff I'm pretty happy with. Sorry. And yeah, there's my Super Nintendo set. So that's my shelves there. Got here then, futon, which it was an old futon my parents had. I just, got a new cover for it. And it's been serving itself pretty well here. Got some of those NES coasters on here. We got Metroid there. Other side is Excite Bike. I'd like to get up here. I would love to get that Smash Bros. Everyone is Here banner, like a poster of that. But they don't have an official one out. I'm sure they'll make an official poster that they got to. But I also am kind of waiting to see if they put the DLC characters onto it. But yeah, that's my game room for this year. Hopefully it'll be drastically different by next year, but I'm not making any promises like I did on all my other game room tours, because I think I know better than that at this point. But that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both at Objo Gaming, and I'll see you next time.